Hello YouTubers, what you're seeing here is the inside of a Fellows P7C paper shredder, and I have it apart because it's not working, and I'll show you why it's not working here. This is labeled as a medium duty paper shredder, and after about a year of owning this thing it stops working. And the problem is this gear here. I'll yank it out. As you can see, what ends up happening is that this metal gear here turns this small gear here, which then turns the two gears that run the shredding teeth. And what happened is that because this gear here is so small, it ended up eating the teeth out on this big gear here, which is just basically kind of metal. I don't know what kind of metal it is specifically. That's just kind of pressed into this bigger nylon gear here. And so I looked at this for a while and I figured that since the gear looks like it's just pressed in here, what I can try and do, excuse me while I itch my nose, what I can try and do is I can try and heat this up, pull it out, and invert it so that I've got all this good gearage here that'll mesh with this again here. So basically what I'm going to try and do here with this gear is I'm going to set it on the soldering iron, and I'm going to see if I can heat it up enough that it'll soften the nylon, that I can pull it out with a pair of pliers and hopefully stick it back around and have it go in there all nice and even and whatnot. I haven't tried this before, so I don't know how well this is going to work. By the way, if you do this, they put this icky, nasty stuff on there that's supposedly called grease, but it just ends up sticking to everything and not really doing much in the way of lubricating. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug this in and I'm going to let it cook for a while and see what it does. Well, as you can see in the light here, this is starting to cook quite nicely. Soldering iron's getting that gear good and hot, and hopefully not too much longer it'll start to wiggle around in there, and once it does that I can yank it out. Or borrowing that, I can actually what I think I'll do is once I can move it, I'll just push it down so that it's down on the bottom there instead of pulling it off. Okay, well, the soldering iron didn't work. Just not enough temperature to get this hot. It's still smoking a little bit, so we're gonna go. I actually dug the iron in there to see if this gear is nylon. It's not nylon. It's something else. It's something similar to nylon. But I've got another idea here. This should generate enough heat. Let's see what this does here. Aha! Got it. Here we go. Strip gear is now on the other side. I'll let this cool off and I'll put it back in and see if it works. Alright, so here's the completed product. All that's left to do is to put the end cap back on, but as you can see in there, it's got fresh gear now to work on. And I can maybe get another 6 months use out of this thing before I have to trash it completely. Gear did get a little fugly when it was cooking on the stove, but I don't think that'll be too much of an issue. So again, just to prove the final product works, back in business for another 6 months or so.